Welcome to Bothering the Band. My name is Ryan Bynek. With me, as always, Abigail Ann Levy. Abby, say hi.
Hello.
On this episode, we have Windsor, who is literally blowing up the indie world right now. And it's a long time coming, loaded with kismet. So happy to have him. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Bothering the Band with Windsor. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Bothering the Band, my man.
Hey, thank you.
My name's Ryan. This is Abby. And do you prefer, this is a great first question for an artist. In casual conversation, do you prefer Windsor or Jordan?
You can call me Windsor, I guess, for now.
Okay. All right. I dig it. Well, Windsor, welcome to Bothering the Band. We're very excited to have you. I don't know how much, if you even know how much work has gone into getting you here. So thank you so much for your time. And also, I don't know if you know anything of what we do. We're going to ask you a bunch of stupid questions.
Okay, cool.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let me make sure I got my volume up on here.
Yeah, do your thing, man.
All right.
Okay, cool. So we always start off with a softball. How are you and where are you?
I'm in Los Angeles and I'm doing well.
I like that he said well. I like that. I secretly, like, even today at the bagel place, the same kid always serves me, and he's like, "How are you doing, Ryan?" I'm like, "I'm doing well. How are you?" And he's like, "I'm good." I'm like, "Gotcha."
Grammar, man. Get your grammar straight.
I mean, I can't talk. It's not perfect, but little things.
Yeah.
What's the name of your favorite street?
Windsor.
There you go. I was gonna ask you what street you're on, but maybe that's not appropriate. You're gonna have like fans beating down your door. We don't want that.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah,
that would start my solo journey on a weird note.
Well, tell us about your solo journey. You were in like bands before. What
I was in a band for a while called Mainland, and we were based in New York. It was like my college band, and
cool.
We had a good run. We played Lollapalooza. We toured internationally, and then we broke up before the pandemic, and I started writing songs for other people. I wrote a single for this girl that won American Idol. Some electronic artists I wrote some songs for. And then in the pandemic, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And so I took all my recording equipment up to Northern California, where I'm from, and kind of camped out in this house up in the woods and made this record.
Well, it's very good. We dig it. Thank you for making that record. We're speaking on behalf of all the listeners. Where in New York did you reside? Brooklyn, I'm assuming?
I lived in Harlem for 2 years, and then I lived in Brooklyn for about 5.5.
I love Harlem. It's my favorite place.
Harlem's a cool spot. I lived up on 130th Street, and I was like 18 and figuring it all out. And I had some good years in New York, but it was time to leave, and it was sort of just my beginning days as like an artist.
Oh, I love it. I've been there. I love New York. I lived there for 10 years, and it was my beginning as an artist, not a musician, but an artist nonetheless. And I identify with that. And I also suggested to someone, I was telling someone who we were interviewing today, and they're like, "Oh, what song should I start with?" And I suggested, tell me if this is wrong, Trouble in Paradise.
Dope.
How do you describe your music?
Ethereal, emotional, glassy,
love,
layered, Californian, organic,
Okay.
based in lyrical thought processes. Yeah, just kind of like taking all my favorite organic sounds and modernizing them. And I like to layer my voice a lot and do harmonies and write poetry over it. Yeah.
Well, we are big fans of poetry, and that's another, reason we gravitated towards your music. Lyrics, big on lyrics. I'm speaking for the pod as a whole. Abby, feel free to chime in whenever you like. But yeah, we're such word nerds here, so just throwing that out there. And you're in the studio right now for those listening. It looks pretty cool. Looks similar to Abby's home. So you can't see it because she's in her studio, but her home is very wooden like that.
Nice.
Oh, this is a good one. What's the last thing you forgot and then remembered and were like, oh shit? And
The
that's
last
okay.
thing I forgot and remembered.
Yeah, but you had to have an oh shit moment about it.
To eat lunch.
Did you have an oh shit and eat lunch?
I did. I was like today actually. I'm getting ready to go up north to like do some more recording and make some videos and stuff. And I was just like the day before all that, before leaving for like the next month, basically. And had all these errands to do and had to like just get so many things like off my list today. And then I had an oh shit moment and realized that I hadn't eaten. And that's like common, I think, for me. I'll like forget to eat lunch. Huh?
Did you get like shaky?
Oh yeah, it doesn't help with the anxiety of getting ready to go somewhere for a long period of time.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I ended up having a burrito and then everything was fine.
It's so California of you. What kind of burrito? This is the stuff we want to know. This is the stuff your fans are clamoring for.
What kind of burritos I like?
Of course.
Someone's gonna show up at a show one day with like, here is a case full of burritos.
I would love if it's a loose burrito. One loose burrito. Here you go. Here's a.
I like a chicken burrito with salsa verde.
Nice. Abby, what kind of burrito do you like?
I mean, yeah, probably some chicken and beans and salsa.
Yeah.
Whatever delicious anything goes in a burrito, really.
All of the above. How tall are you?
I'm a Jewish 5'9".
A Jewish 5'9". Okay, this is a new one. I'm definitely stealing that. Without a doubt. Wait, so is that
I'm
over
throwing out answers to get you guys to crack up. Isn't that what podcasting is?
It's working.
Well, yes, and also
Jewish 5'9".
Jewish 5'9". I love it. I'm a Jewish 6 foot. Perfect. Okay, this is my favorite question. Windex or some hippie organic bullshit glass cleaner? And that's literally what we have written down. Neither. What are you using? What if you got to clean a mirror or
there's this one that's like a powder. It's like a foam that wipes clean. You know that it works better than, the hippie stuff and Windex.
Everything works better than the hippie stuff, but I need to know about this foam.
I mean, I don't even know what it's called, but there was this woman. I used to live in Echo Park in LA, and this woman that used to clean our house, She was like a one-woman show. She'd clean for like very slowly, very methodically for like the entire day. Like it was like we can't even like I had my studio in the house at the time and I was like, I can't even like work in here because she's just clean, like wiping very slowly. And she like swore by this stuff. And so I had to, she gave me like a grocery shopping list. And it was like the foam cleaner was like what the methodical house cleaner was using. She was like, if I'm going to clean your house, I need these materials. And I was like, respect.
Good for her.
Yeah,
So,
bringing it. I need the proper tools to do the proper job. I
and then we moved and I bought more of it and now I just use it. So
Okay.
Abby, did you look it up? Did you Google foamy glass
I did.
cleaner?
I did write down to do that later. It's
Okay.
fine. Don't worry about it.
I also need to point out that he described his music as glassy.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, this interview is already kismet. So you're welcome, listeners. Who's your best friend?
probably the love in my life. Her name is Ozza Ziegler.
She's a big listener. Shout out to Ozza.
Yeah, Ozza. She's my best friend. And then probably after that, I have a good friend named Sean Silverman, who's in that band Beach Weather.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So we've made a bunch of music together. We played shows together in our new projects and our old bands, and our significant others get along, and we've been friends for about 5 years now. And then, yeah, it's probably two of my closest friends.
You might notice a theme here. We'll see if you pick up on it. Do you play video games?
No,
Good answer. And when's the last time you were in a mosh pit?
oh man, it's been a while. COVID really made mosh pits like not kosher. Oh man, when was the last mosh pit? I've been going to more shows recently, and none of them have been mosh worthy. You know, I went and saw Foles recently.
Okay.
And there was a mosh pit, but I just watched the mosh pit.
Abby, what was your last mosh pit?
I don't know, probably the last Warped Tour I went to. We're just gonna say that and leave it there.
Okay. I've probably moshed more recently. I don't know. Well, you said you just watched in Fulls, but I probably moshed whenever I saw Bayside and I got pushed around. It was not my choice to be in the mosh pit, but do you know the band Bayside?
No.
Great New York emo punk band from Queens. Check them out. They're great. We've had Nick Gonbarian on the pod. He's a good pal. Great band. Yeah, keep in mind, these are really dumb. Just an opinion, personal question. Don't you think Independence Day should just always be on the first Friday in July?
No.
You like sticking with July 4th?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have to sense the theme we're right now, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Sometimes we have to really spell it out for people. So for those listening, if you are a real dum-dum, we've now mentioned 3 songs of yours, of Windsor's. Okay. Bear with me here. You're getting dressed. You're just taking a shower. You're putting on your undies. When you put them on, do you pull them and let the elastic smack? We warned you.
Um, I guess it depends.
Depends on your
I
mood.
don't think it's like I don't think it's like something I feel like when I throw my underwear on, I'm like lucid. It's like not like maybe it could go either way.
Okay. Abby,
That
you were
sounds
gonna
it sounds like one of those dad things.
yeah, maybe.
It's like
Like
it's
snapping the tongs and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, I don't know.
Now you're gonna
White
do it.
shoes when you mow the grass and all that.
Now you're gonna do it. You're gonna get dressed sometime right before it's a big show or something. You're gonna smack it, and then you're gonna put like it's like suspenders. If you like smack your suspenders. Anyways, real dumb questions. Again, we warned you. Do you use the drawers in hotel rooms?
No.
No. Happy looks sad at that.
Because
Good,
I'm
you're-
never in a hotel room for longer than 24 hours.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not really any point in like getting too comfortable because I'm already on to the next.
All right, let's ask this. Do you have like in your home now, do you have drawers? Do you have a dresser?
Mm-hmm.
What's the top one?
T-shirts and I keep some like memorabilia in there actually, like tour laminates and stuff like that.
Oh, very cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that
Just
you
like
saved that stuff.
some touring mementos in there.
Very cool. Look at you, sentimental. Okay, what's the last thing you did for the first time?
That one always gets people.
Yeah. It's a toughie. It's a curveball.
Mm-hmm.
I can give you an example if it helps jog you.
I installed sconces
Oh,
in my house.
There you go.
that's a pretty big one. Good for
That
you.
was hard. I did it for like hour. I like wires, like soot coming from the ceiling, and I just
Yeah.
and then up
Nice.
they went.
I've done it too. They're not easy. And did you find your arms getting like tired and weirdly weak?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I definitely felt like I needed to get stronger in that area.
I think it's just you're not used to holding like your hands, the blood starts flowing out of them. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Are you handy? Like, are you like pretty handy around the house?
I'm trying to get handier. I feel like no one taught me, so
Mhm.
I'm like I'm Tim Allening my way through life. With this studio, I had some help building it, but I definitely, I had to like put some things together for it as well, and it's a learning experience. So I'm trying to get better at it. And it's funny, like musicians were basically we everything that we do at the end of the day, we're selling vibrations of air. So I don't feel like musicians are naturally tactile people. So it's something that I sort of like envy, like when I went to Art Basel this year and I saw some art, like a lot of art. And I was just like blown away. And I saw a bunch of art this year and I was just like so blown away by all the paintings. Not by like I don't get like excited about the hypey like performance art, like weird stuff. When I see like a painting where someone like visualized an end result you know, or they put their feeling on the canvas and they committed. That stuff like blows me away because I'm just not tactilely skilled. Like I can play the guitar and I guess that's like tactile. But when I see someone making art with their hands, it's like so mind blowing to me. I don't know. I'm such an like since I was a kid, I've been such an auditory person, an auditory learner, and everything I do is like it's by listening, you know, and how like my mind and like how like sound sort of like travels and how I respond to it, you know, physically, emotionally, spiritually. So when I see someone making something like that, I'm like, dang, I want to be more skilled in something physical that I can touch, you know? So becoming handy, I think, is alarm.
I think you've taken that first step. Keep going. Now we have all the YouTube and stuff. I mean, like I said, I've changed a lot of light fixtures and shit. I'm decently handy. And I'll learn it all from the internet and
Yeah.
a few shocks.
You know, I
Here.
was talking to someone about this last night, you know, like this is out to drinks with a friend and he was like, you know, we have YouTube like back in the day, like our parents would like call grandpa.
Yeah.
Get like grandpa's opinion, like how do I fix this, grandpa? Like what do I do? Now you can kind of just figure it out.
You had to watch grandpa and learn that one time.
Or he'd write it down for you and you'd like try to like
Yes.
decipher, you know,
Indeed.
his handwriting, the instructions.
I think that we feel the same way you feel. We feel the same way you feel about art. That's how we feel about music. And this is why we started the podcast. It's our like first love, and we just envy is not the right word, but like respect, look up to musicians. That's you know, as something holy because they're creating this stuff out of the ether. These selling vibrations of the air. I wrote that down. It's a good quote.
I heard it from another podcast actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa. Just getting passed along. Podcast path.
Yeah, no, it stuck with me though. I was like, dang, like it is vibrations of air, but it's different because like biologically music can make you feel something. So that's more than just air. That's some higher power stuff.
That's
I don't know.
Visceral emotion, you know.
When I'm making stuff, man, and I'm just in the zone and I'm just like I like forget where I am. You know, I'm like the light comes through these windows certain time of day and then the songs come through and then I'm just like a channel and I just put it onto the page and then it's this fucking, yeah, like you said, a visceral experience. But I feel like for me getting creative, it's just like kind of like trying to get out of my own head and out of my own body and just like and feeling it, you know, and making the bed of sound and the music to like kind of pull the stories out of me, you know, and then the words just start to come, you know, like a bicycle wheel. They just start to come and turn and they just fucking, then it's like there, then it's done.
Well said.
I like that.
It's these moments are tough because you just said something very profound and I got to follow it up with a really dumb question. All right. Michael Jordan or Top Gun?
Michael Jordan.
Good answer. Oh man. How do you say your last name?
Tough.
Okay. We like these either or questions. But yours was hard. That's why we came up with the Windex one and now this one. Really stupid. All right. Do you own any NFTs?
No.
Got out of the game?
I made some and then I don't know. But I like just like, yeah, I made some like a year ago I think when like crypto was like really popping, and then a couple people bought them, which was cool.
Oh,
and
cool.
then yeah, I just like kind of lost interest. I don't know,
Yeah,
because then I could like go out and
normal.
like be in the real world, and I was
Yes.
like, I fuck with the real world way more than I do like the video game world. Just what like Web3 kind of felt like. um I remember like when I was kind of in lockdown and someone was like, you got to go on like Roblox and just like walk around. And I walked around and I was like, this is Web3. This is just a video game.
Yeah.
This is just
Mhm.
video games.
Yep.
And so I was like, this is what everyone's hyped about. They've been doing this for like a really long time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I kind of lost interest. Then I went back into my studio and just started making stuff or took
Actually
some
made
hikes.
things. Yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
So I am a dad, and as a dad, you're forced to hang out with other dads of which you have nothing in common. And where I live in the suburbs of South Florida, and there was a good chunk where I would bring my daughter somewhere, and then the dads would just talk to me about NFTs. It was like a good 6 months around the same timeline as you're speaking of, and
End of last year.
it was excruciating because I'm like, what are you doing? I don't give a shit about your adult pogs. Like, get out of here, man.
That's a perfect way to describe it. Yeah. Except it's like money, I guess.
It's not. It's all fake bullshit. It's gone now, right? Isn't it all crashing? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I had some crypto. I bought it. I sold it. I don't know. It doesn't like I don't know. I think there's still people still value like physical things, even though we're in this digital. Like, look, we're doing interviews digitally. We're doing all this stuff digitally, but like, still, like, you go to a concert or you go to like sporting event or you like go to a museum and you look at a piece of art and you're like, wait, this makes me feel something. And I don't think people go on the internet to like feel things. I kind of feel like people go and they doom scroll to like numb themselves a lot of the times.
Yeah.
So I feel like NFTs are just like created out of boredom, maybe, you know, but also to give digital artists like some, you know, a seat at the table, I guess, you know.
Yeah, I think there's a big gap between what, like digital art making and doom scrolling. Like there's some middle ground between those two.
I think it was just there were so many bad NFTs that got hype, and you're like, is this actually good? You know?
Yeah, we have Abby and I have a mutual friend who shall not be named who is making NFTs, and we're like, okay, keep it up, man. Yeah. Being polite.
And then every 2 weeks we go, what's an NFT? Just to keep it interesting.
Yeah, that's a real fun exercise. Try that. Next time someone's talking your ear off about NFTs, wait a beat and then re-ask that person what it is. It's real fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a spectrum for sure. I think like people hoped it would be like this like thing that you throw in your Apple wallet and it unlocks something. But I feel like then the market for crypto crashed and people were like, all right, we're out.
Yep.
We're not really. I don't know.
I don't know either. Let's go to the next question, which is, who is your favorite hip hop artist of all time?
I like Kendrick.
Okay. All time?
Probably Kendrick. And then Tupac.
Okay.
And then MF Doom.
Nice. Okay. Solid list. Solid starting lineup. Give it to you. Okay. We're gonna leave it at that. You're getting into a cold pool. Are you jumping right in or are you easing in?
What's the temperature outside of the pool?
Ooh, good question. Let's just go both. It's hot out or cold out.
Uh, jump right in.
You gotta jump right in. No matter if it's cold or hot
You
outside.
gotta acclimate quickly.
Gotta go for it. Have you ever done a cold plunge?
Mm-hmm.
Love them. Do you like them?
Yeah, they feel great.
Invigorating. Abby
Yeah.
could do a cold plunge right now in her snowbound front yard.
Are y'all both in Florida?
No, I am. She's in Wyoming.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Been to Wyoming twice, 3 times.
It's a pretty place.
It's beautiful. Spent some time in Jackson Hole.
Yeah. She knows a lot about that place.
I work in Jackson Hole.
Oh, cool.
Loads of fun. Where'd you stay when you were there?
Stayed at an apartment like out kind of outside of the main. I think it was like an Airbnb or something.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Have you programmed your phone to not autocorrect Windsor?
I think at a certain point it just gave up.
It learned.
I think it gave up at a certain point. Yeah, I spelled Windsor with an ER.
Yes. So Abby and I prepping for this, like I said, this is a long time coming in 2022. And texting back and forth, it kept autocorrecting to the O. And we were both like making sure that we don't get it wrong in writing it or talking or whatever. We're just like, it's with an E every time. So everyone listening, it's with an E. They know. That's why they're tuning in.
That's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
You don't pronounce it Windsor.
Windsor. Well, that's like the Windsor is like the British royalty family.
Yeah, it's like the royal family.
Yeah. You're a descendant of the royal family. You're the Jewish descendant of the royal family.
Exactly.
Lots of Jews in the royal family. Go do your thing. All right. I'm going to save this question for her because it's her question. But where are we at here? When you put on your shoes, are you going sock, shoe, or sock, shoe?
Sock, shoe.
Sock, shoe. That is the wait. Hold on. We're getting a call from the booth. That is the correct answer. You are not a psychopath. Have you ever read Big Sur by Jack Kerouac?
I did a long time ago.
Yeah?
I went through a big California beat poetry writer phase, and I started with Steinbeck, and then I read Ginsberg and like On the Road and Kerouac, like as much Kerouac, Dharma Bums, all that stuff.
Cool. Yeah, we love that stuff, but also in doing research, being I forget where in California. I read some interview and the intro said Midland, California. It was a generalization, but I don't know. I went down this mental rabbit hole of my previous Kerouac years and all that shit. But that's an Abby question for you right there. Yay. And have you ever read Tortilla Flat by Steinbeck?
I have not read that one.
Oh, that's a fun one. And it's a real short one.
Yeah, I haven't read that. I read like Grapes of Wrath, Cannery Row, Red Pony.
Yeah.
Those
Nice.
ones.
Did you read Travels with Charlie?
No.
That's a good one too. He just road trips with his dog.
Do you have a dog?
No.
No dog. All right. What you up to next year? 2024. What's in store?
I think next year's 2023.
It's a joke. I wanted to rhyme.
Gonna release some acoustic versions of the EP.
Cool.
We've got that on the way. Some alternate versions of Memory. There's going to be some really cool remixes, and potentially a feature version with another singer on it, of Memory. And then working on my album. I'm going to work on my album for a lot of next year. I already started writing it. And then in January, I'm going to be doing some shows in California, just like Bay Area and Southern California. And then some festivals as well. But I can't say what they are yet.
Oh, cool. We'll have to keep an eye out. Everyone, keep an eye out. This is our favorite shameless question. Do you follow us on Instagram?
No.
Everyone, please.
So quick.
I love it. Of course not. Everyone, please follow Bothering the Band on Instagram. Also, follow Windsor, WINDSER. Boom. This is just our way to shoehorn in the plug section of this podcast, because that's ultimate. We want to bother you and hang out, but you're here. You want to promote your stuff. So everyone follow us, follow Windsor. And then the most important question: what musician, live or dead, would you want to bother?
I don't know if I'd want to bother an idol of mine.
Well, that negates the next question, because we were going to ask, no matter what you said, I was going to say, if you could ask this person, live or dead, a silly question, what would you ask them? It doesn't have to be an idol or any, it could be someone you're just curious about. One of the Windsors.
I'd love to talk to Tyler, the Creator.
Oh, okay. Now we're talking.
I feel like he would be more receiving of a silly question.
100%.
And I'd ask him what he puts in his cologne.
Okay.
That's a good one.
That is a very good one.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan, Tyler.
Well, yeah, you heard that, Tyler. Come on the podcast and tell us what you would ask Windsor. So, is there anything else you want to tell the people? Because we're nearing the end of our program. We've talked NFTs. We've talked socks and shoes and books.
My new EP, Where the Redwoods Meet the Sea, is out now. I would love to hear from you, and for those who are listening. And I'm excited to come on tour and play your city.
Cool. So we'll see you in Jackson and South Florida, like Fort Lauderdale area. Yeah.
Revolution Live.
Oh, look at you. That's the last place I moshed.
Right? Isn't that the venue?
Yeah, in Fort Lauderdale.
That's the
Yeah,
spot.
that's a good spot.
It's
it has
great
its moments.
spot. Yeah.
I saw a band there recently, and it was so packed though, and real steamy hot. We lost him.
I had my phone plugged in, and then it just died on me. Sorry about that, guys.
It'd be real
reliable.
funny if we got all the way to the end and you were like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here."
I don't want you guys to think that.
I would appreciate it.
We wouldn't have faulted you either for not coming back, because we would have politely, we would have written everything and gotten it out and never mentioned a thing.
I appreciate the self-deprecating energy that you have. As someone that's self-deprecating, I think it's so funny when people are self-deprecating. I really do. People take themselves way too seriously, and it's nice when someone makes fun of themselves in front of you. I don't know. It's like very comforting.
Yeah, I agree. Have
Mhm.
you ever said something self-deprecating and you're with someone who doesn't rightly know your sense of humor? It's like, no, don't say that about yourself.
Yeah. They're like, oh, that's not true.
Oh, that's not
Oh.
true. You're not a dum-dum.
Yeah.
That's what I say all the time. I'm like, oh man, like I'll drop something. I'm like, oh, I'm such a dum-dum. Yeah, you get some
And then
people.
you tell yourself you're not a dum dum. It's okay.
And then
I'm
I
not a
look in
dum
the
dum.
mirror. I'm not a dum-dum. Anyways, Windsor, formerly as, I don't fucking know. What song do you want us to we end every episode with a song from the guest. What song do you want us to play?
Memory.
Ah, you got it right, Abigail. She guessed it. I was like, if he doesn't come back, I was gonna ask.
Well, it's the single off the EP, but it's also
A good song.
it's a very special song to me. So I feel like I'm stoked that people like it because people seem to like it because it's it's a sentimental one. You know, it was inspired by this girl that I um that I grew up with that passed away when we were teenagers, and it's like a tribute to her.
Wow. That's incredible. And we appreciate that. I'm happy you did the podcast. We can't thank you enough. How does it feel just because I'm looking at it? That song has over 2 million listens. That's insane, dude. Do you ever like just walk around and you say something self-deprecating? You're like, nah, not a chance. I'm the best.
Well, I don't know. Try not to put too much like worry in the numbers.
You're cleaning mirrors with your foamy shit, and you're like, look at this guy.
No, but I mean, honestly, like I'm always working. So like,
Yeah.
if I like, I try to give myself pats on the back. Sure. I mean, 2 million streams that's rad. Like that song came out a year ago. You know, it's not like I had, you know, some crazy label like dumping money into it or, you know, pushing it super hard. Like it actually some folks at Sirius really helped get it off the ground. And that was sort of the catalyst of my career becoming, you know, my career as a solo artist kind of going. Um and the feature, but
Well, we'll look back on this and be like, man, when we see you winning Grammys and shit, we'll be like, he was so nice. His internet or his phone died and he came back. And then we'll see all of our listens jump up because you won like best new artist, even though you're not a new artist, because that always seems to fucking happen.
yeah, I mean,
Mm.
like Japanese Breakfast was like
Yeah.
nominated
Mhm.
last year. Like I feel like she was nominated last year for best new artist, but she's like got 3 albums out.
Yeah. I
Like
think
what
it
happened to
all the
those other
time. Great example.
what happened to those other albums? She was
She's
like
new to you dum-dums who
she was
don't listen to good music.
yeah, that's really what it is. It's like new to the recording academy, not new to people that are like tuned into, you know, cool records, but people that are people that are sitting in an office. They're like Japanese Breakfast. This is new. This is the new stuff.
Yeah. We know a few people like that.
Yeah, who?
Uh, family members who, just late to the game and take everything at surface level shit, and
Until it's written up in the New York Times.
who aren't tapped into the, I don't know, indie zeitgeist, you would say that.
How did you find Windsor? How did you find me?
Oh, well, how much time do you have? Let's try to, well, I saw you. It was with Macklemore on some television program. Or did you do the ball drop last year?
Mm-hmm.
That's where it was.
Yeah, that New Year's Eve performance was like kind of surreal. I'll never forget, like pulling up, and we pulled up, like we had done Jimmy Fallon the day before, and then
Mm-hmm.
we pull up to like the airport, and we get picked up by a guy named Hector.
Oh yeah, Hector, he's a big listener.
And in like a party bus. And then we show up to like the taping, which is at the Warner Brothers lot in Burbank.
Yeah.
And get all like, I'm like, oh my God, this is so exciting. I'm an independent artist. I'm performing on the Ball Drop. There's some like Big Boy from Outkast is performing.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. Then I get out of the trailer, like after getting ready, and I just see Big Boy and Macklemore hugging. And I'm like, what parallel, like what universe am I in right now? I was like making songs in my bedroom, and now Big Boy is hugging Macklemore, and we're performing the New Year's Eve Ball Drop. And Ciara, who I had a crush on in junior high, is like talking to me.
Wow.
And she was so tall. So tall. Like she's like an Amazon woman. She's beautiful. But it's like, wow, I had no idea. 6'3".
I was gonna say she's a
And he's
Jewish
5'9".
6'7".
She's Jewish 6'4".
I forgot which way we were going with the Jewish height thing. Plus or minus. That's incredible, dude. And
I'm glad that you watched it and discovered me through that, because I never know like if those things do anything, but I guess they do.
They do, definitely. And I mean, as far as we're concerned, you just never know. Like we're so tapped in that it's we see any musician, we're like, who's that? Make a note to listen, check it out, do a dive. And I think the world is a very funny sunset. And it was like, oh, this guy's good. Listen to his tunes, moving on in life and professionally, personally, whatever. And then it's just so weird that, your name popped up in an email.
Yeah, I think that's like, if I have like friends that are artists like trying to do it, and like they ask me like, hey man, like how do you get your name out there? I'm like, you just keep doing it. I don't know.
Keep doing it.
You just keep doing it, and like eventually you'll just ping people like multiple times, and then they'll like connect all the dots. They'll like what you
Yeah.
said, like I'll hear something like 3 times, or I'll see the name a couple times, and then I'm like, and sometimes that's like a 3 to 5 year process for some people,
Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
But I think that's really the secret to just like making music your life, is just continuing to do it. I mean, I almost totally gave up on myself after my band broke up. I was just so brokenhearted about it. I really thought I was never going to be an artist again.
I don't think you have a choice. I mean, just judging from talking to you here and getting a sense of prolificness, is the word I'm leaning towards. I don't think that is up to you, my man. I think even if you said I'm done, something would pull you back in, like Godfather 3.
I think getting the Macklemore validation was like a big one. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I got a Grammy winner telling me, someone that's had 2 diamond songs tell me that he's got to like write a verse good enough to match my hook, my vocal. And that
Wow,
gave me
that's
a lot of
pretty cool.
confidence. I was like, okay, I should probably do this forever.
Yes, please.
And then just getting like his respect too, like as someone that has like been through such a journey as like an artist and a person and a father, and like, I don't know. It's getting the validation from your like mentors and stuff. Having a mentor, I feel like that's really important too as an artist. It's like an underrated thing. I have a mentor who's like an incredible songwriter. released his book called 21 Hit Wonder, and it's phenomenal. And his name's Sam Hollander. He encouraged me after my first band broke up, and I was like, what do I do, Sam? Like, he's like, dude, you got songs left in you. You're still young. Like, go make another thing. Just like go tour it and like make it a thing. And I'm glad I took his advice.
We are too. Speaking on behalf of millions of people. We're the voice of a generation. It's a
true.
thing. I just something just hit me, Abby. I'm curious if you know this. You're our second guest to have done a song with Macklemore.
Who else did you have?
A musician named Fences.
Oh yeah.
You know that guy?
Yeah.
He was our first guest.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It seems like a lifetime ago, but wow, I fucking blew my mind. Very small world. Now we got to get Macklemore on. Devils.
Hit up his management.
Yeah, we'll try. We'll do some digging. As long as you promise not to stop, or promise to never stop making music.
Okay.
The world needs more music and less like fucking stockbrokers and real estate agents and shit like that.
Yeah. Crypto
That's a
punishers.
fact.
Crypto douchebags. Well, Windsor, we're all out of questions, but you can keep talking about cool shit like meeting Big Boy if you want. I love it. Well, this has been Bothering the Band with Windsor. This is a great fucking episode.
I think I've said everything I needed to say. Thanks for having me on the show, you guys.
Oh, thanks for doing it. Man.
I hope come to Jackson and South Florida soon.
Well, thanks, you. We really appreciate it, and we wish you all the luck. And we'll be in touch. And
Yeah, man. Keep in touch.
Can't turn back the clocks whenever you want to. The world is changing, it won't stop, even when it's supposed to. All of the friends you had before are raindrops just falling at your door. Every word you say, it's just a memory stuck in my head like a video tape. It's just a memory slipping away. Echoes in the dark, fading where we are. Every word you said, it's just a memory stuck in my head. Future's here and then it's gone, like another sunrise. The light is blinding when it's on, living just for tonight. All of the friends I had before are raindrops just falling at my door. Every word